Hello everyone, today I am starting third part of three-dimensional geometry in which we'll have to discuss about plane. Here we are talking about three-dimensional plane. For example, suppose this is x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So plane is not on a two-dimensional, it is actually placed something like that. That means whatever the points on the plane, they are always in a three-dimensional shape x1, y1, z1 like that. Okay. So we are talking about this plane. It's a three-dimensional plane. So first of all, we'll have to discuss the equation of the plane in a normal form. What is the equation of plane? Equation of a plane in a normal form. What is the normal form of it? Simple. Same as this is x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. It is x, y and z. And we are talking about the plane. Plane like that, suppose this is the position. I will take one perpendicular here. These are the points. Okay. From the origin, this is O. One point I want to take here N, and that is P. Okay. Right. So we are talking about this plane, which is perpendicular from here. The perpendicular distance is D. Perpendicular distance is D. And OP, there's a point. Okay. Here we can consider at the vector OP is equal to vector R. Right. And this distance ON is equal to, suppose the distance is D. And the unit vector N along this unit vector is N. Okay. So what does it mean? Pn, plane position is this. This is the distance from the plane to the origin. One point P lying on the plane. Okay. Its vector is vector R. So may I write here NP, vector NP is equal to OP minus ON. Okay. NP is equal to triangular vector addition. NP is equal to OP minus ON. NP, vector NP is equal to OP, vector R minus ON. When we vectorize this term, so because this distance is D, okay, so magnitude is D and the unit vector we have taken as N. So may I write here D and unit vector N. Is it okay? NP, this is NP, P minus R, right? So what does it mean? R minus Dn. This is the value of NP. And this Pn and that one, it is actually 90 degree. So it is a perpendicular. What does it mean? So may I write here NP dot ON is equal to 0. Why is it? Because you know that the dot product of these two vectors, because it's a 90 degree. So dot product vector A dot vector B is equal to AB cos theta and cos 90, that means it is 0. So that means ON dot PN is equal to 0. NP, vector R minus Dn dot ON. ON, what does it mean? D vector N is equal to 0. Is it okay? This D can be shifted here because D is not equal to 0. So 0 upon D, that is 0. Vector R minus D unit vector N dot N is equal to 0. So what does it mean? Vector R dot unit vector N minus vector D unit vector N multiplied by N, it is N square. Unit vector N square, that is 1, is equal to 0. So what does it mean? Vector R unit vector N minus D is equal to 0. This is the vector form of the plane. It is vector form. When we are going to convert into the Cartesian form. Cartesian form. So for Cartesian form, vector R is equal to same as xi plus yj plus zk, and this ON, this vector I want to take here. This is unit vector N, I can take here. capital N, I want to take it Li plus Mj plus Nk. Is it okay? Because it's a unit vector, so we are going to put the value here Rn xi plus yj plus zk dot unit vector n. Unit vector n, what does it mean? Li plus Mj plus Nk upon magnitude L square plus M square plus N square, because it is unit vector, and is equal to D will be shifted here. Is it okay? So when I shift this term and multiply it here, so what does it mean? What is coming this? Lx plus My plus Nz is equal to D multiplied this term, and it is again coming a scalar quantity, so we'll give the name as capital D. So Lx plus My plus Nz is equal to D. Is it okay? Lx plus My plus Nz is equal to D, or minus D is equal to 0. This is the equation of a plane. R plus D also, whatever the term is coming here, we can write anything in that. Okay. So that is the one formula where equation of the plane in a normal form. After that, we are going to find the equation of the plane passing through one point. Equation of the plane passing through one point. What is the meaning of it? Suppose there is a point x1, y1, z1 and equation of the plane passing through one point. Equation of plane passing through one point. It is better, I think. Passing through one point. Simple, by the way, the second way of it, equation passing through one point. Here, I will take a point A and direct equation is coming. Suppose I want to take, in the Cartesian form, I want to prove it. x1, y1, z1. This is the point. Okay. So this point can be substituted in place of ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. And you are getting the value ax minus x1 plus by minus y1 plus cz minus z1 is equal to 0. Okay. Let me tell you what is ABC. Actually, we have proved this Lx plus My plus Nz is equal to D, or capital D, whatever it is. Simple equation of the plane. Equation of the plane. Where what is this L, M and N? L, M, N are the direction ratios of normal of the plane. L, M, N are direction ratios of normal of the plane. Okay. L, M, N are direction ratios of normal of the plane. This is the very important thing which we have to understand it, because direction ratios are not of a plane. Direction ratios always of a line. And which type of line? The line, suppose this is the plane and that is the normal of the plane. Here is a plane, that is a normal. So L, M, N are direction ratios of normal of the plane. Okay, when they will convert into the form of direction cosines, we have to write here L upon under root L square plus M square plus N square, M upon under root L square plus M square plus N square. So always you will treat that whatever the term is given there, this term always in the form of direction ratios, we will convert into the form of direction cosine by multiplying square of sum of the scalar components of it. Okay, so this I have written directly. I can use this formula like that also. Ax plus by plus cz is equal to d. That is also equation of the plane where a, b, c are direction ratios. Okay, so these a, b, c are direction ratios. If this equation of the plane passing through one point, the point is x1, y1, z1. So what happened? Simply we will put the value here, because x1, y1, z1, these are the 3 points. Definitely these points will satisfy to that equation. So if they satisfy to this equation, so in this equation, when I replace x, y, z by x1, y1, z1, then what happens? It is ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 is equal to d remains as it is. And when I subtract second equation from first, then what happens? A x minus x1 plus b y minus y1 plus c z minus z1 is equal to 0. Is it okay? So you can remember this like that this is the equation of the plane passing through one point x1, y1, z1, and a, b, c are direction ratios of normal of this plane. Is it okay? So you can understand like that. Okay. So this is the Cartesian system when we are going to convert into the vector form. So vector form will be like that, vector r minus a dot n. Vector r minus a, you can write like vector r minus a and vector n is equal to 0. Right? This can be expressed in the form of that. So this is the equation of the plane passing through one point. Here one very important thing you should remember that always whenever the equation is given, so these ABC are element you have to treat as a direction ratios of normal of the plane. After that, equation of the plane passing through three non-collinear points. If equation of the plane passing through three non-collinear points, so we can take PQR 3 points, three non-collinear points. This is by vector we can solve it. Equation of the plane passing through three non-collinear points. Okay, I'm taking 3 points P, Q, R. Okay, this is, suppose there's a point P. One point I want to take here anywhere. Suppose it is given that in the book P, R, S, T. One point is here R, S, and that is T. Okay. Like this. R minus A, R, S, T. This is vector R. Here's a vector A. It is vector B, and that is vector C. Vector A, vector B, and vector C. This vector C. Is it okay? 3 points, equation of the plane passing through three non-collinear points. What does it mean? A very important thing which we have to understand, that this is the vector OP. You can understand one thing, that B minus A, that means it is PR, and C minus A. One is PR, one vector PR, and second vector is PT, that is C minus one. I want to take R minus A, that means this is PR. Second is PT and third one is PS. We'll discuss these three: PR, PT and PS. PR or RP, vector RP is equal to OP minus OR, that means vector R minus A. Okay. Second, I am taking here B minus A, that means RT, vector RT. OT minus OR, that is B minus A, vector B minus vector A. And one I want to take A and C. So A and C, that means this is A and that is C, RS. OS minus OT. So C minus A. Okay. Here one important thing. See, this is RT and RS. RT and RS. Cross product of RT and RS. It is always perpendicular. When we are going to find RT cross RS, what does it mean? Whatever the vector which we are getting, it must be perpendicular to RT and RS. So when it is a perpendicular to RT and RS, that means this is the direction. This direction towards you. And this vector will definitely perpendicular on PR. Okay. It is perpendicular on PR. So when I write here RP or PR, a vector RP dot RT cross RS is equal to 0. Is that okay? This concept is clear? RT cross RS, the cross product of these two vectors will be perpendicular to, what is the value of this? Whatever the resultant vector which we are getting, which is perpendicular to RT as well as RS. So that means definitely its direction is like that towards you. And this vector will be perpendicular to PR. Okay. So PR or RP dot RT cross RS is equal to 0 because their dot product is 0. And what does it mean? RP, that means P vector P R minus A dot RT cross RS. RT vector B minus A cross RS C minus A is equal to 0. Okay. And by the way, this is called scalar triple product. Scalar triple product. And this scalar triple product can be written vector RP, RT and RS is equal to 0. Okay. If I will take R is equal to xi plus yj plus zk, vector A is equal to x1i plus y1j plus z1k, vector B is equal to x2i plus y2j plus z2k, and vector C is equal to x3i plus y3j plus z3k. And when we replace these terms here in place of that after calculation, then you are getting the determinant value x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1. This is x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1 and z3 minus z1 is equal to 0. Okay, you can solve it and you'll get it, the result. Because this is, you know that how to solve the vector triple product from RP. Simple, this is RP is R minus A, second is B minus A, and third is C minus A. Is it okay? R minus A. R means xi plus yj plus zk, A means x1i plus y1j plus z1k. So x minus x1 is the first row. Second, B minus A, x2i plus y2j plus z2k minus x1i. When you subtract it, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. It is second row. And third is C minus A. C minus A. X3 minus X1, Y3 minus Y1, Z3 minus Z1 is equal to 0. So which condition is this? This is the condition when what is the condition? The equation of the plane passing through three non-collinear points. If we are going to find the equation of the plane and passing through three non-collinear points, let the points be x1, y1, z1, x2, y2, z2, and x3, y3, z3, then directly we can use this formula. Is it okay? Next one is, this is intercept form of the equation of a plane. Intercept form. Intercept form. What is the intercept form? Suppose there's a plane. Plane is passing through 3 points. Okay. This is the plane. And on that plane there are 3 points. Because it is on the x-axis, the point is, I'll take here A, 0, 0. Because on the x-axis, other 2 point y-axis and x 0. Here it is, I will consider 0, V and 0. And that is 0, 0 and C. So what does it mean? This is the plane passing through 3 points, or the plane passing through the intercept axis. 1, 2 and 3. Is it okay? General first equation a1x or ax plus by plus cz is equal to d. Okay. So when I put the value here, because this is the equation of the plane and the plane is passing through the point a 0, 0, so definitely this point will satisfy to the equation. So I can put here a plus 0 is equal to d. So what does it mean? The meaning is the value of AA is equal to D. So that means A is equal to D upon A. Okay. Same as second point 0 V0. It will satisfy to this equation. So this is 0. It is B and B plus 0 is equal to D. So that means here it is capital B is equal to D upon B. And third point is 0, 0, C. So it is 0, 0 and this is C into C is equal to D. Therefore, capital C is equal to D upon small c. Okay. So all these values when we substitute here in equation number 1, so that is A, D upon A, X plus in place of B, D upon B, Y, and it is D upon C, Z is equal to D. So I'll take D common and cancel it. X upon A plus y upon b plus z upon c is equal to d, shifting here. X upon a plus y upon b plus z upon c is equal to 1. So what is it? This is called the intercept form of the plane. Okay. I think you have understood this. Suppose I'll take this is capital A, B and it is C. So the coordinate of A is 0, 0 because it is on the x-axis, 0, B, 0 it is on the y-axis, and on the z-axis 0, 0, C. We find out from it. Okay, that is intercept form. After that, next is a plane passing through the intersection of two given planes. Yes, this is very interesting. This is very interesting. point, equation of the plane, equation of plane passing through the intersection of two planes. Okay, this is very interesting point. Through the book I can explain you. We are finding the equation of the plane passing through the intersection of two planes. Suppose this is first plane, it is second plane, and the line where both the planes are intersecting. You can see that this is the line where both the planes are intersecting. So we are going to find the equation of plane which passing through that line. This is okay. How to find it? Remember one thing, because on that line, this is the line where all the points are coming. These points will satisfy to both the planes. Suppose this is P1 and it is P2. So this line, the points which are coming on that line, these points will satisfy to both the planes. And we are going to find the equation of the plane which is passing through this line. Is it okay? So this is the concept. Suppose one plane is this, second plane is this, and we are going to find the equation of the plane which is passing through this. Okay, suppose this is the plane. Okay, we give the name as, suppose it is P1 plane, this plane is P2. Okay, P1 and P2. Equation of this plane, like we'll consider P1 is equal to AX plus BY plus CZ is equal to D, or minus D is equal to 0, and P2 is equal to, because the direction ratios are not same here in this one, so here I want to take A1X plus B1Y plus C1Z minus D1 is equal to 0. Is it okay? What happens? There are two planes P1 and P2. Okay. When I am going to add them, then what happens? These planes are not same. So P1 plus, if I write P1 plus P2 is equal to 0. So it is not true always. But when we multiply any scalar quantity to any one of the plane, then definitely it would be okay. So like P1 plus, may I write lambda P2 is equal to 0. Then it is okay. Because when we are going to add it, suppose this is A plus A1 X, like this, P1 plus P2 is what? A plus A1 into X plus B plus B1 into Y and plus C1 into Z and minus D plus D1. Is it okay? So when this term will come 0, it will come 0 in case when we are using one scalar quantity, and this quantity will make a difference of them, all the terms difference will be 0. Okay, so we have considered this type of quantity. So this quantity we have taken as a P1 plus lambda P2 is equal to 0. Okay, so what does it mean? This is the equation of the plane P1 plus lambda P2 is equal to 0, right? What is it? This is the equation of that plane. This you can use lambda RK or anything else. Okay, say equation. Now first we'll find this equation. After that we'll find out the point from where this line plane is passing. We will satisfy. I think these points will satisfy to the plane, and we'll find the value of lambda. This lambda will be substituted here and get the equation of the plane. Is it okay? So this is equation of the plane passing through the intersection of two planes. And now second one, the angle between two planes. After that, angle between two planes. Angle between two planes. Suppose there are two planes. Okay. When we are going to find the angle between them, again using the same thing. See, these are two planes. It is P1, that is P2. But we are unable to find the angle between the planes, but we are able to find the angle between their normals. So the normal of this plane is here, normal of this plane is here. Okay, so it will become a quadrilateral, right? So what happens? The normal of this plane is here, and normal of this plane is here. Okay. This is always 90 degree because normal is perpendicular to the plane, normal is perpendicular to the plane. Actually, we are going to find this angle. Suppose the value of this angle is theta. Okay. So what is the value of this angle? The value of this angle is 180 minus theta. Okay. 180 minus theta. So whatever we are going to find the angle between two planes, actually we are going to find the angle between their normals. And angle between two lines, suppose the normal, this is n1, it is n2. Okay, unit vector or direct vector, I want to take n1 and n2. Then what is the value? Cos 180 minus theta is equal to n1 dot n2 upon magnitude of n1 dot magnitude of vector n2. And cos 180 minus theta, it is, their sign will be used here because in a dot product always sign is used. So sin 180 minus theta, it is sin theta itself. So sin theta is equal to vector n1 dot vector n2 upon magnitude of n1 dot magnitude of n2. Is it okay? So what does mean? The angle between two planes is equal to the same formula, dot product. But if we are going to find the angle between plane and line, angle between plane and line. This is the plane and suppose it is the line. So we are going to find the angle between plane and line. Here what happens? Whatever the normal of the plane, it is always perpendicular on the plane like this. This is the normal and this line. So actually we are going to find this angle. Suppose this angle is theta. But this line which is on the plane, which makes 90 degree angle with the normal. So this complete angle is 90, it is theta. So this remaining part is 90 minus theta. Okay. So what happens when we are going to find the angle between plane and line? So this theta we are finding, but actually we have to use dot product sin 90 minus theta. Sin 90 minus theta is equal to, it is n, and that is suppose anything I'll take, suppose it is vector A. So what to write here? Vector n dot A upon magnitude of n, magnitude of A. And sin 90 minus theta, it is cos theta. Okay. So cos theta is equal to, this is the direction ratio of the line, direction ratio of the normal of the plane. Okay. So this is the difference between angle between two planes and angle between plane and line. Here only sin is coming when we are going to find the angle between two planes, but here it will come cos. Because actually here we are going to find the angle between line and normal, and we are finding line and plane. So this is theta, remaining part is 90 minus theta in this angle. Okay. One last point, that is to find the distance from the origin. To find the distance from the origin. Okay. So because in the two-dimensional geometry, how to find the distance? Ax1 plus by1 upon under a square plus b square, the same thing for the 3. Suppose that is the plane. and this is the point P, x1, y1, z1, and you are going to find the distance. Distance is always perpendicular. Suppose equation of the plane is ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. Suppose this is the equation of the plane, and we are going to find the distance. So distance from P is equal to simply ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d upon under root coefficient a square plus b square plus c square. Okay. The same as we will find the distance between line to the plane, line to the point, ax1 plus by1 upon under root a square plus b square. Having the same pattern, we will find the distance between plane and point. When we are going to find the distance from the origin, so definitely this is 0, 0, 0, d upon under root a square plus b square plus c square. When we are going to find the distance between two planes, so what should be done here? The second plane is here. First of all, we have to find the distance from the origin. Second, we have to find the distance from the origin and their difference. Okay. Suppose this is the distance, it's d1. Second, we'll take a distance d2, and d1 minus d2 is equal to distance between two planes. Have you understood it? See, suppose this is the origin. One plane is here, second plane is here, and this is the origin. We are going to find the distance. So it is d1 and this is d2. We'll find the distance from the origin to d1, distance from origin to d2, and their difference, d2 minus d1, is the distance between two planes. Is it okay? So these are all things which we have to understand before going to the exercise. Once again, just let me recall you. The general equation of the plane is Lx plus My plus Nz is equal to D, or Ax plus By plus Cz is equal to D in the vector form. Vector R, vector N, unit vector N is equal to D. Okay. Second equation of the plane passing through one point, Ax minus x1 plus By minus y1 plus Cz minus z1 is equal to 0. Third one, if we are going to find the equation of the plane passing through three non-collinear points, so the determinant value x minus x1, y minus y1, z minus z1, x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1, x3 minus x1, y3 minus y1, and z3 minus z1 in determinant is equal to 0. Equation of the plane in intercept form, x upon a plus y upon b plus z upon c is equal to 1. Next one is the distance between or angle between two planes. Same thing, sine theta is equal to n1 dot n2 upon magnitude n1 into magnitude n2. n1 n2 are the direction ratio of normal of the plane. Angle between plane and line, in place of cos we'll have to use here, in place of sine we'll have to use here cos. Cos theta is equal to n vector n dot vector a upon magnitude of n magnitude of a, where n is direction ratio of normal of the plane and a is direction ratio of the line. Okay, and distance between one point to the plane, ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d upon under root a square plus b square plus c square. Distance between two planes, distance from first plane to origin and distance from second plane to origin, and after that their difference. Okay, so these are all things. Now we can continue. We can start this exercise 11.3. Exercise 11.3. Exercise 11.3. Some questions I am taking because we have discussed all the formulae, only you have to put the value in formulae. In each of the following cases, determine the direction cosines of the normal of the plane and the distance from the origin. Okay. In each of the following cases, determine the direction cosine of the normal of the plane. Direction cosines. First question, A part. Z is equal to 0. Sorry. Okay, was very much confused when this type of condition of plane comes. So not to worry about that. Let us solve. Determine the direction cosine of the normal of the plane and distance from the origin. First, we have to convert into the standard form. The standard form is 0 into x plus 0 into y plus 1 into z is equal to 2. This is the equation of the plane. Okay. Direction ratios of plane 0, 0, 1. Direction cosines of plane. Actually, direction ratios of normal of the plane, normal of the plane. Direction cosines of the normal of the plane is equal to 0 upon under root 0 square plus 0 square plus 1 square, that is 1. 0 upon again 1, and it is 1 upon under root 1. So they are 0 and 1 upon root 1, that means 1. So that means 0, 0, 1. These are direction cosines of the normal. Second, they are asking and find the distance from the origin. Distance from the origin. Distance. Formula you know that ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 from the origin. So it is 0, 0, and actually this is the formula ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d upon under root a square plus b square plus c square. Okay. So when we are going to find the distance, so here we can put 0, 0 and 0. So what is coming here? Z minus 2. So that means minus 2 upon under root 0 square plus 0 square plus 1 square, that is 1. So it is minus 2 and distance will never be negative. So therefore distance is equal to 2. Okay. So this is the question and its a solution. Z is equal to 2. Other questions are simple like 2x plus 3y 5z. You can solve it. Second question, find the vector equation of the plane which at a distance of 7 units from the origin and normal of the vector is 3i plus 5j minus 6k. Simple, so normal of the vector is given. Okay. And find the vector equation of the plane which at a distance of 7 units from the origin. Right. So 3i plus 5j minus 6k is equal to 7 upon in the form of magnitude. Okay. So 3i plus 5j minus 6k upon under root 3 square plus 5 square plus 6 square is equal to 7. And we'll be shifting there. Third question, find the Cartesian equation of the following plane. We are going to find out the Cartesian equation and the vector equations are given. So which question should I take? I think third C part I want to take. Third question C part. Vector R S minus 2ti plus 3 minus tj plus 2s plus t k is equal to 15. Okay. Now we are going to convert into the Cartesian form. This is r xi plus yj plus zk dot s minus 2t I 3 minus t j and 2s plus t k is equal to 15. So I multiply them I with I, so it is coming s minus 2t x plus 3 minus ty plus 2s plus t z is equal to 15. Okay, so that is the Cartesian form of the equation where s minus 2t, 3 minus t and 2s plus t are the direction ratio of normal of the plane. Okay, so that is the Cartesian form of the equation. Okay, taking question number 4. In the following case, find the coordinates of the foot of perpendicular drawn from the origin. 2x plus 3y plus 4z. 2x plus 3y plus 4z minus 12 is equal to 0. Okay, is the question. We are going to find the foot of perpendicular, find the coordinates of foot of perpendicular. So that is a plane. So equation 2x plus 3y plus 4z minus 12 is equal to 0. Let this point be origin, it is Q. Okay. First of all, we are going to find the equation of the line PQ. Equation of line PQ. How to find the equation of the line? This line which passes through the point 0, 0, 0 and its direction ratio is 2, 3 and 4. How 2, 3 and 4? Because 2, 3, 4 are the direction ratio of the normal of the plane and this PQ is a perpendicular, so definitely it is the normal. Is it okay? So equation of the plane x minus 0 upon 2 is equal to y minus 0 upon 3 is equal to z minus 0 upon 4 is equal to lambda. Okay, because this 2, 3, 4 are direction ratio of the normal of the plane and that is actually the normal. Okay, so normal is what? It is parallel to the line. So equation of the line PQ is equal to x minus 0, y minus 0, z minus 0 upon 2, 3 and 4. X is equal to 2 lambda, y is equal to 3 lambda and z is equal to 4 lambda. Okay, so these 2 lambda, 3 lambda and 4 lambda, these are the points x, y, z will satisfy to this equation because these points are coming on that point Q. Okay, it's 2 lambda, 3 lambda and 4 lambda coming on it, and this point Q will satisfy to the equation of the plane. So we'll put the value 2x plus 3y plus 4z minus 12 is equal to 0. 2 lambda, 3 lambda and 4 lambda will satisfy to equation of plane. Okay, so that means here 2 lambda plus 3 lambda plus 4 lambda minus 12 is equal to 0. So 2 to the 4 plus 9 plus 4 13 plus 16 29 lambda minus 12 is equal to 0. So lambda is equal to 12 upon 29. Okay, this is the value of lambda. So that means the value of x is equal to 2 lambda, that means 2 multiplied by 12 upon 29. So 24 upon 29. Y is equal to 3 lambda. So 3 into 12 upon 29, 36 upon 29, and z is equal to 4 lambda. So 4 into 12 upon 29, 48 upon 29. Okay, so 24 upon 29, 36 upon 29, and 48 upon 29. These are the foot of perpendicular. Got it? So that is question number 4. Now we are coming to question number 5. Find the vector and Cartesian equation of the plane passing through the point and normal to the plane. It's a simple passing through the point and normal to the plane. It's direct given. Okay, one of the questions, if I think I want to take fifth question B part. Find the equation of the plane passing through 1, 4, 6 and the normal vector to the plane is I minus 2j plus k. I minus 2j plus k. Okay, these are the normal of the vector. Equation of the plane passing through one point. Equation of plane passes one point. You know that formula ax minus x1 plus by minus y1 plus cz minus z1 is equal to 0. Is it okay? We'll put the value here directly because A, B, C, the direction ratio of the normal 1, minus 2 and 1. So it is 1 x minus first point 1 plus B minus 2 y minus 4 plus C 1 and Z minus 6. Okay. X1, Y1, Z1. This is A, B and C. It is X1, Y1, Z1, A, B and C. Okay, substitute. So it is X minus 1 minus 2Y plus 8 plus Z minus 6 is equal to 0. So X minus 2Y plus Z minus 1 plus 8, 7 minus 6, it is plus 1 is equal to 0. Is it okay? This is the Cartesian form, and when we are writing in the vector form, so how to write here vector form? Vector r dot I minus 2j plus k plus 1 is equal to 0. R 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus j is equal to 0. Okay, that is the vector form. Got it? Because normal is already given, so normal multiply dot product with r plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay. So this is in the form of vector and Cartesian form. When one point is given, the plane is passing through one point. One question, find the equation of the plane passing through the 3 points, 3 non-collinear points. Direct, we can put the value in the formula. 6 question I am taking first part. 3 points are given. 1, 1, minus 1. 1, 1, minus 1. Second is 6, 4, minus 5. And third one is minus 4, minus 2, 3. Okay. X1, Y1, Z1 I am writing direct so that we can put the value. It is X2, Y2, Z2 and that is X3, Y3 and Z3. Okay. What is the equation? X minus X1, Y minus Y1, Z minus Z1. X2 minus X1, Y2 minus Y1, Z2 minus Z1. X3 minus X1, Y3 minus Y1, Z3 minus Z1 is equal to 0. Okay, so we'll put the value X minus X1, X minus 1, Y minus 1 and Z plus 1. I'll put the value here. X2 minus X1, 6 minus 1, it is 5. Y2 minus Y1, 4 minus 1, 3. And Z2 minus Z1, minus 5 plus 1, minus 4. X3 minus X1, minus 4 minus 1, minus 5. Minus 2 minus 1, it is minus 3. And 3 plus 1, 4 is equal to 0. I'll solve the determinant value x minus 1, leaving this column and row. 4 3 are 12 and it is minus 12 minus y minus 1 into j. When I take y minus 1 into j, what happens? It is 5 4 are 20 and minus 20 and plus z plus 1 taking k. So it is 15 minus 15 and plus 15 is equal to 0. Okay. So what does it mean? It is 0, 0 and 0. And you can see that find the equation of the plane passing through three non-collinear points. 6th question, first part, result is 0. 11.3, let us see. 6th question, first part, the points are collinear. There will be an infinite number of planes passing through the given point. Okay. So what does it mean? Because this is equal to coming 0. So that means the points are all the points are where this term is coming. What does it mean? The points are collinear. Okay. And there are infinite planes can pass through, because you can put any value in place of x, y, z in that. Okay. So many planes can pass through from these 3 points. Okay. So that is the condition. Seventh question, find the intercept cut of the planes 2x plus y minus z is equal to 5. Intercept cut of the plane. Let us see seventh question. Today a marker is not working properly. The intercept cut from 2x plus y minus z is equal to 5. Intercept form. Okay. For finding the intercept form, 2x upon 5 plus y upon 5 minus z upon 5 is equal to 1. We'll divide by 5. Now what is this? X upon 5 upon 2 plus y upon 5 plus z upon minus 5 is equal to 1. So this is the intercept form. 5 upon 2, 5 and minus 5 are the intercept. Okay. Find the equation of the plane with intercept 3 on the y-axis and parallel to z-o-x plane. Find the equation of the plane with intercept 3 on y-axis. Okay. That means 0, 3, 0. And parallel to z-o-x plane. Parallel to z-o-x plane. What is the condition? Suppose it is x, y, z. It is parallel to z-o-x plane. What does it mean? The meaning is its normal is along the y-axis. So normal is along the y-axis, and at y-axis it is 3. So the equation of the plane is y is equal to 3. Okay. Next question number 10th. I am taking this 10th and 11th. Two questions are similar. I am taking 11th question rather than taking 10. 11th is more difficult than 10, but pattern is same. Find the equation of the plane through the line of intersection of the planes, two planes first and second, which is perpendicular to the plane x minus y plus z is equal to 0. Okay. Eleventh question. There are two equations. One is x plus y plus z is equal to 1. Let P1 is equal to x plus y plus z is equal to 1. P2 is equal to 2x plus 3y plus 4z is equal to 5. We are going to find the equation of the plane, which is intersection of these two planes and perpendicular to the plane. And perpendicular to the plane x plus y plus z is equal to 0. Okay. So equation of the plane equation of plane passing through the intersection of two planes P1 plus lambda P2 is equal to 0. P1 plus lambda P2 is equal to 0. P1 x plus y plus z minus 1 plus lambda 2x plus 3y plus 4z minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay. This is x plus this is x r by right here 1 plus 2 lambda x plus 1 plus 3 lambda y plus 1 plus 4 lambda z minus 1 minus 5 lambda is equal to 0. Is it okay? And which is perpendicular to x plus y plus z. If this plane is perpendicular to it, what does it mean? If this is the situation, that means the normal of this plane and normal of this plane, they are also perpendicular to each other. And if two normals are perpendicular, that means their dot products is equal to 0. So the direction ratio of this normal of this plane 1, 1 and 1, and direction ratio of normal of this plane is 1 plus 2 lambda, 1 plus 3 lambda, 1 plus 4 lambda. Okay. So what to write here? This is 1 and it is 2. Since 1 and 2 are perpendicular, therefore the dot product 1 into 1 plus 2 lambda plus 1 into 1 plus 3 lambda plus 1 into 1 plus 4 lambda is equal to 0. So it is 2 lambda plus 3 lambda, 5 plus 4, 9 lambda, 1, 2, 3 plus 3 is equal to 0. So lambda is equal to minus 1 by 3. Okay. Now put lambda is equal to minus 1 by 3 in this equation by 2. Okay. So when I put lambda minus 1 by 2, so 1 plus minus 2 upon 3 x, 1 plus 3 minus 2 by 3 y, 1 plus 4 minus 2 by 3 z, minus 1 minus 5 minus 2 by 3 is equal to 0. Okay. So it is coming 3 minus 2, 1 upon 3x. It is 3 cancel, 1 minus 2 minus y. It is 3 minus 8 minus 5 upon 3z and minus 1 plus 10 upon 3. Minus 1 plus 10 upon 3. So 10 minus 3, 7 upon 3 plus 7 upon 3 is equal to 0. We will multiply the entire term by 3. So the result is x minus 3y minus 5z plus 7 is equal to 0. This is the equation of the plane. Okay. Always one type questions are there. Find the angle between two vectors equations. Now we have find the following determine whether the planes are parallel, perpendicular in the case and one. So we are directly using the formula and finding the value of it. Okay. So the marker is also not working. So thanks for watching me. Thank you.